Guys, good evening. So back at the beach. Low tide's in about an hour. Yeah, I'm at pretty much the same beach I was at last night. I'm just about an 1/8 mile up the road. I've got a couple spots on each beach that I know when something happens to the beach where to go. So that's another process of learning your local beaches to where you can just go to a couple nice spots that collect all the goodies. So I'm at another spot that kind of collects the goodies. So wish me luck. I'll see you in a minute. Guys, so check it out. So I'm just starting my editing process. I've got the first clip up and I'm not saying anything. I remember this last night. I started last night thinking that somebody said, hey Derek, less talk, more video. So I specifically remember this dig right here. I remember not saying anything, and it's kind of funny to me because it's a 1 minute video or 1 minute clip that I'm not saying anything. You guys, you know me, I'm like reading the display. Hey, it's a 14 solid 14. Oh, now it's negative grunny, you know, whatever the heck I'm saying. This, I'm specifically quiet. So notice what's going on. I'm not saying anything. I'm not reading the display. Do you guys like it this way? Would you rather me not say anything, or would you rather me read what I'm thinking? Because that's what's happening. You're getting like an unfiltered, what I'm doing, I'm looking down at the display, I'm trying to figure the sound. So I'm running 50 tones lately and I'm killing it. I'm hearing, like with pull tabs, you'll hear 14-14 blah, 14-14 blah. And it's not like a bottle cap where you're getting a really grunny blah at the end. The pull tabs just got this almost hollow sound at the end. So this is the 50 tones telling you that it's a pull tab or a bottle cap or whatever. And a ring is crisp. I mean, you'll hear bing, 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 bing. So when I, coming up later in the video, when I get to the ring and I'm in the water, and I said, this is a nice sounding 11-12, guys. And you'll hear me say this. A nice sounding 11-12. It reburies itself. I remember it reburying itself, and then when I pull it up, I bring it to the beach. Still didn't even know, but I said it's a clean 11 out of the hole. Bing, 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 bing. Those are the clean 11s where you're gonna have a pull tab sound like that occasionally and a bottle cap sound like that occasionally, but I knew that it was a gold ring. And then, you know, kick, slide, and you see gold. This is what I'm talking about learning the sounds of the equinox. So I know we're right in the beginning. Just check out some of the sounds and some of the things I say throughout, and make comments below whether you like me talking or whether you want me to, you know, zip it. Because you can clearly hear the waves in the background. You can clearly hear me digging. One other thing is I just changed the batteries in the headlamp, and look how bright this display is. Look how bright the light is. And I was just discussing with somebody that if I have to change 3 AA batteries every time, you know, I can't afford to make it this bright every time. So you guys want the quality that I'm trying to put out. I'm not going to be able to afford this without a job to be able to throw $5-10 into every video for the quality to be this good, for you guys to be happy, because now you'll be able to see these night videos, right? I go for the tides. I don't go for any other reason other than low tide, and you can hunt the bottom of the slide where all the gold rings sit. So enjoy today's video. Was a 15 solid. It's another one of those pull tabs I'm almost positive. The round pull tabs. Now it's a bottle cap. So I had the discrimination set at 6 on FE6, original setting 6. Guys, so I was just thinking, so when everything collects in one spot, just think of a beach as like all of a beach's things collecting in one spot, right? So you have everything that a beach collects collecting in one spot, so it only makes sense for the rings to be there too, right? Can slaw. So even if you're there to hunt low tide, if there's nothing at the low tide line, like this low tide line seems to be a little sanded in, go up a little higher. It's a pull tab, but I wasn't having any sounds. I wasn't having any sounds down below, so what's the sense of even staying down there, right? Know what I mean? First life. I mean, first life. First life. How about that? Quarter. 1970 something. It's all the way up to 30, but consistent 25 usually tells you what it is. Consistent 25 usually tells you what it is. $12.13 with a grunt. And the sand is like this loose, shell. So usually when you come out further, it looks like there'll be a bank or something that stops, like there's like a sandbar shell bank. Not the case. So you probably should focus just off the lip. But this is all shells. This is really probably going to be almost impossible to catch up to any targets at all anyway. Should have known that from last night. God, does that sound good. That's like the best sounding 12 I've had all week. Just banging 11, 12. And the universe, I was just going to say, even calmed the waves down for me. But I'm thinking it's just crab trap. No idea why it's banging off at a 12 like that. Oh, because of this one little rivet. See that little thing that holds the clip on? Unbelievable. Guys, what is that? Is that like a pipe fitting? There's the wankiest of sounds. You would not believe the sound that thing made. Anybody know what that is? And if you want it, let me know. I'll send it to you, whatever it is. If you're like a pipe fitter or some sort of welder or something. Maybe a fireman. Huh. Like the fourth or fifth one of these I found. Usually they look like a cigarette. I don't know, a sinker like that maybe? Wowza. And I would assume the other one is the same. That hot rock sound, but that's good if you're finding sinkers. Finally I found a couple sinkers maybe. Let's go back and get the other one. Right? I think it's got to be there. It's kind of the sound a cell phone makes too, though. Alright, let's take this pile to the shore. What did I tell you, man? 2 sinkers in a row. I knew that was the other sinker making that noise. Alright, so 2 sinkers in one spot. You want to stay in the water where you're at then. I think that was the penny I got out of the hole before. I don't see any like diamond rings blooming at me, but I do see another sinker in there. That's 3 sinkers in a row. That's a good sign. A lot of thump negative stuff here. Thump. And it's actually right at the end of a corner in the deepest part of the water. Lots of negative here. Like, I mean, the thing's really making some noise. Really nice sounding 11-12 where it needs to be. Changed into a 2 and go with a bottle cap because it had a couple negative grunts to it. I'll be lucky if I can get it out. It's a really good 11-12 out of the hole, or 10-11 out of the hole. 10-11-12 out of the hole. The fact it reburied itself is good because it's not a, most likely not a pull tab. Might be a pull tab if I can't catch it. I don't really want to leave the water. I don't like leaving the water and leaving my hole. That was a good sound, so but let's do that up here. Solid 11. That's just what you want to hear. Look at that, guys. Solid 11, if that's not what you want to hear. Bam. Bam. Man, I found the sinkers, and then I just found a diamond gold ring. Look at that bling, guys. Did I not just find a diamond? It's marked on the inside. I just found a diamond gold ring, guys. Spectacular. Spectacular. I'm loving my ability to do this. Look at that, guys. Look at the bling on that thing. That is spectacular. Man, I like that 11. And again, what happened when I dropped it out of the hole next to the hole is it started racing back down, guys. Wow, I found the sinkers and then I just knew I was in the right spot. Wicked. Yes, I'm so glad I had the camera on. I'm so glad you guys were watching that. So whippy 21-28. Ten to 12. I'm liking the thought of can slop because for a can, because 22 to 26. Third deep scoop, and it's deep, 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 deep. 24 out of the hole. Well, got it in the scoop. Huh. Look at that, guys. How cool is that? Look at that thing. I got a silver stone thing. That is so cool. Definitely silver with the sound it was making in the 20s. What? Look at the stone on that thing, guys. Very cool. That'll clean up really nice. I bet that's really pretty. Guys. Wow, the night ended up nice. Guys, apparently this is a 2-day wrap up. I forgot to empty my bag from the other day. This is the arrow from the night before last. But let's go through the goodies. You know, just a little bit of change, a couple bottle caps, and some of the bottle caps with the FV setting at 6 that I'm leaving it at. That was a solid 12. I remember that specifically. I don't know what this is yet. I'll have a day where I just open a bunch of stuff with a hammer. You guys can watch me open a bunch of stuff with a hammer that I keep. Still haven't figured this out. Any of you pot smokers know what this is? So looks like a butterfly, and sometimes at night you put something in the bag and you don't even know what it is. There's the horseshoe star, maybe a Dallas fan or something, and this cleaned up a little bit, but I don't spend much time with silver. You know, I've told you guys that in the past. You know, this is a dollar's worth of silver. The onyx is really cool. So the find of the day right here, 12 diamonds. .1 grams.